Okay guys, so quick video about our next phase of our programming. So a couple of goals for the program. Well, first things first, it's going to be a shorter program. It's going to probably be about 6 to 7 weeks because it's more sport specific. It's going to carry over from all the strength what we've done, but it's not everyone's cup of tea. So I wanted to make sure that we didn't do this for a long period of time and we just used it in the lead up to Open, and the time after Christmas is absolutely perfect because it's going to be more technique orientated initially. So goals of the program. Efficiency in barbell cycling, that's going to apply to both the power snatch or power snatch variations, clean variations and shoulder overhead variations. I'll go into more detail on that. We're going to increase our strength in our overhead squat and our front squat. We're also going to carry over into our Olympic lifting. We're going to go into some injury prevention / rehab type work, so moving away from heavy deadlifts and moving more towards more of a hypertrophy based deadlift in the Romanian deadlift, which is going to carry over well into both the Olympic lifts but also just generally into everyday life. We're going to really benefit from getting some really strong RDLs there, and then more exposure to some of the more technical gymnastic movements such as muscle ups, chest to bar and handstand walks / wall walks. The block itself is going to be split into 2 sections. Block A, we're going to work from the hang, okay, when it comes to the Olympic lifts. When it comes to shoulder overhead, it's going to be more volume based, so just like 6, 8, maybe even 10s. And then the front squats are going to be a cross set, so like sets of 5, 2 sets of 5, 2 sets of 3 or something like that, with percentage basis on that. Okay. In the second block, we'll go from the floor, so we'll practice barbell cycling from the ground. We will be doing complexes to include split jerk, and then we're going to build to a heavy set of front squats, a 5, a 3, and I think a single. So the testing parameters for this program will obviously be our overhead squat, our front squat, and our split jerk. We're not going to probably test per se our power clean or power snatch. However, we will have opportunities to go and do a heavy single if we want to. In terms of a couple of things that are slightly different in this block, I'm super conscious that not everyone has overhead squat mobility, and maybe it's not something that we can gain in a week or 2. So what I've been conscious of is including a backup option. So the tempo, there'll be back squats in there, and there'll be tempo, and then they'll move to pause and long tempo. The concept of that is that we'll develop the squat, both the pattern and the bottom position. And not everyone's going to be able to progress onto the higher skill movements in a shorter period of time. So whilst there will be scaling options, there's also the option to do some hypertrophy work, so do some muscle building work if we don't enjoy gymnastics entirely. How's that going to mean the week looks? There will be some variation to this, guys, but generally speaking, there will always be a power snatch variation and overhead squat or back squat variation on Monday with an AMRAP, okay, or a for time, probably around the 12-minute period. Tuesday will be shoulder to overheads, chest to bar, toes to bar, and then a workout either at 15 minutes or with a break, which will be about 20 minutes. The clean on Wednesday with Romanian deadlift, and then a skill transfer, so things like we might be practicing some double unders in a Metcon, or I don't know, some kipping pull-ups or something like that. Probably about 12 minutes, 15 minutes depending on time. Thursday will still be long on Thursday. We'll spend a little bit of time on some muscle ups, we'll spend a little bit of time on some core work, and then we'll go into a long fitness-based workout. Friday, we're going to go back to clean, more towards like power clean. So Wednesday will be like the Olympic clean, okay, or the full clean. Friday will be more like touch and go based power cleans. Front squats, some Metconing, sometimes a partner, sometimes individual. Don't expect it to be in longer than 15 minutes. And then finally on Saturday, we're going to go back to a full training day initially, see how that goes. Olympic lift, long Metcon. If we find that attendance is still like really low, we're looking at getting rid of this, guys, and looking for some advice or feedback on what you would do or what you'd like to do on a Saturday morning. And if it's just to come and do open gym, then we'll just replace it with an open gym session. But for us, we want to coach you. So if there is something, yoga, ROMWOD, anything that you want us to work on, mobility for weightlifting, etc., give me some feedback on that, because then we can use that time wisely, guys. That's our new program. This will take us up to the end, like close to the end of February.